Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to break.
58, come on. They're not ready for this, man.
Hey, Orville.
Let's get playing shot. Y'all playing to go.
On first down, Samuel. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 15, check 15.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now it's Martin. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 20.
54.
Man 5-7.
Target. Switch.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check 99.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. A big play there out of Kamara. 46 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warm.
Up. 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Great 15. Great 15.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Dancing to his left. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 19. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Double dog, that's the way.
Sunday, Sunday. Check nine. Hey, Bush.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, pick your game up. Right there.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Move. 3 down.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Alpha. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Samuel. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
18 Gator.
Here's McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there out of Kamara. 72 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Wentz. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got it.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DJ Moore there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Third down.
Got it. Come on, set. 10-2 stop. 80 weapons. Shoot.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
You got him. You got him.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
This is McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
70, Indy. Rudolph Horker.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Samuel. Oh, he's got a little daylight, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback. That sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
McCaffrey on the counter. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Washington. Christian McCaffrey, 54 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go.
You're not ready.
They kill. They force Tokyo.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Shorty. Lion. Kill.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's second down.
Check. Watch 54.
Hey, empty.
Play action, now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 22, here's second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alvin Kamara, 48 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Redskins will go first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On first down, it's Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with the tackle.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd down.
Down. 90 Wolf.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Watch twins, watch twins. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They stay on the ground, McCaffrey again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A little brief second of indecision there was certainly hooking, but bottom line, it's good.
Yeah, and, you know, got a little bit of English on it, right? That left-footed kicker trying to pop it through. A little bit too close to the right upright for his liking, but he'll take the 3.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Wentz going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
81.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Wentz. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line. Wentz now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Let's get it. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 120! Solid.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Hey, Sam off.
Tighten up.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Set, ready? 10-2 start. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check, 6-6, pull it high.
Check, nickel.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alvin Kamara. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the ground, McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alvin Kamara with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Christian McCaffrey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be taken at the 10. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like,
touchdown, Washington! Christian McCaffrey with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Running with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Kamara. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.